Welcome back to another episode of Stack Racks TV, Stack Rack Boxing, whatever you want to call it, right? Where we talk boxing, but, we do talk cash from time to time. It just is what it is, right? The main purpose, the main prerogative, the primary purpose of this channel, y'all just to get on here, sit back, relax, Mac Jack, Slack Jack, and Jack. Today I'm going to be talking about Jamaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis, giving my final prediction. Let's jump off in it. This is one of those fights that I'm extremely interested in watching. Usually when I want to watch a fight, I just want to watch one guy over the other. But I'm interested to see how both of these guys handle each other, right? You got Keyshawn Davis moving up, changing his camp around, adding some guys, subtracting some guys. You got a guy like Jamaine Ortiz who is coming into this fight preparing for Richardson Hitchens, and I'm interested to see what game plan he comes in with, considering that Hitchens and Davis got two totally different styles, right? I think if both of these guys engage, it's going to be exciting for fans, but if, a guy like Jamaine Ortiz comes in, looks to box, move, not looking to push the pace, not looking to bring any aggression, I could see this fight not being as exciting as it would be if both of these guys went in there and laid it all on the line. Keyshawn Davis, for me, one of those guys that, again, he's a good fighter on the inside, got good feet, works behind his jab. Everything he throws is hard. And, him having good feet, don't get it confused. When he gets in there, he's not looking to use those feet to box and twist and turn a guy. He's looking to use those feet to close the distance, catch you, hurt you, get you up out of there, right? To me, he take the term literally, I don't get paid for overtime. And I see him coming into this fight looking to be aggressive, looking to put on a show, especially considering that this is his biggest opportunity in his career to show fans what he's made of. Also the same thing you can say about Jamaine Ortiz, him coming up short in his big fights. This is an opportunity to show that, he's still here. He not just a guy that's active, he's a guy that's looking to be the best at the division, right? So both of these guys got a lot to prove. In this fight, at first I was thinking maybe Jamaine Ortiz would survive, considering that, he uses the real estate in the ring. He likes to move a lot. He likes to use his jab. He knows when to engage and not engage. But, I believe Keyshawn Davis has a great possibility, more than what I thought before, of stopping this guy, considering that, Jamaine Ortiz is one of those guys, he runs out of stamina, right? Especially when, you fighting a guy like Keyshawn Davis who continues to bring the pressure and always has calculated aggression. Jamaine Ortiz hasn't been against a guy like that, especially as young as Keyshawn Davis and as hungry as Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis is a totally different animal.